this video is just me saying no, you know, playing with my makeup like I do. However, now that I'm seeing myself, this is how to score the I miss you text on Valentine's Day. Are you busy on Wednesday? Are you free on Friday? This is that. No, it's not. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. It is gonna be mostly voiceover, but I hope you guys don't mind. And yeah, if you want to see how I got this look, then continue watching. Okay, so I already did my brows and I used the Revolution Pro Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown. And now I'm just moisturizing my skin using the Revolution Skincare Hydration Boost Moisturizer. Probably my go-to moisturizer that I use under my makeup. And it absorbs so nicely into the skin without making me feel greasy. I'm gonna apologize right now. There was a storm in the UK, so outside was pretty dark. Hence, this video is a little dark in the beginning. But that is me realizing outside is windy. It's hailing. It's snowing. It was doing a lot. But back to the point. So I'm gonna clean up my brows now, and I'm using a pretty natural concealer. This is the W7 HD concealer in the shade DN8. It's pretty close to my skin tone because I don't really like too dramatic of a brow, nor do I like using too much concealer. I usually go for a solid dot under the brow and then make that stretch for the bottom and the top of the brow. So after I'm done that, I'm gonna prime. Today I'm using the Revolution Pore Perfecting Primer, and look at me, I'm such a klutz. This is my second time using the primer, and guys, I'm telling you from now, I used way too much. I was over generous with this thing, but you're gonna see me struggle with it. But first, I'm taking a little bit of NYX Bear With Me Prime Set Refresh Spray to make primer and everything is blending better, because that's what we do here in the industry. And I'm just blending that into my skin, and I'm just waiting for myself to realize, you know, sis, we use way too much, and it's happening. No, like, it's, yeah, girl, it's a lot. You use way too much. I don't know what she was thinking at that moment. She thought she was being cute. Look, I got a charm symbol on my head. Look at me. Anyways, not the point. We're gonna take off some of this and then blend it into the skin. It works really nicely. Just don't do too much like I did. So now that we look borderline racist, casket ready, we are going to do foundation. I was gonna do eyeshadow, but I couldn't stand to look this ashy any longer. So I was choosing between the MUA one and the Dream Urban cover. I was debating mixing them, but in the end I just went for the MUA one because it does have really good coverage and has a really nice finish. So I just went for that one, and it is a dupe of the Fenty Pro Filt'r foundation. So when it comes to blending out my foundation, I prefer a tapping or stippling motion, you could say, just because I find that swirling or swiping gives me streaks. I find that this way gives me more of a seamless finish and gives me better coverage. And right here the lighting is going to change, but I'm just going to continue blending out that foundation, specifically into my hairline, just to get rid of that white cast from the primer. So I'm using concealer right now, and I was going to use the two of them, but instead I just decided to use the W7 one, which in my opinion is very comparable to the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Has really good coverage and blends out really nicely. So next, right here, you're gonna see me blend this out. This is the number 7 Flawless Beauty Sponge. It's such a good sponge. The proper name will be down below because I know I didn't say it right just now. But it's such a good sponge. It blends out concealer beautifully. Doesn't soak out too much product, and everything just looks really nice, and it's super easy to clean. It's a good sponge. That concealer blended out really nicely. Like I said, it's very similar to the Too Faced Born This Way, but I had to set it. And today I used the Fenty powder. Now, I don't usually play with the Fenty powder because it has a really interesting scent, but I used it today because I'm trying to really use all the products in my makeup collection. And today it kind of surprised me because, like, it's not as bad as I remember. However, in the long run, I still think that I'm not entirely a fan of the Fenty powder because it's a bit dry, very creasy. I don't really like too dry of an under eye because dry under eyes make me crease. Well, you crease because your under eyes are dry, basically. But yeah, not my favorite, but I feel like if I find a more hydrating or liquidy concealer, I could finesse it to make it work. And I was really happy because the sun came out, so don't mind me. I get so frustrated doing voiceovers because it sounds like I'm yanking. I don't think I'm yanking, but I also want to make sure y'all understand me, so I have to find the balance. But we're gonna do eyeshadow, and I'm telling you guys from now, this eyeshadow look had a lot of back and forth because I was very indecisive. But for right now, I can agree I was decisive that I need a concealer to just even things out, to make sure that the shadows went on evenly on the eye. I don't think I set this concealer. I don't usually set concealer when I do eyeshadow, but it's the same W7 concealer that I use under my eyes and I use to clean up my eyebrows. And I'm just blending it out evenly so that it's even. Y'all, for 2.5 seconds I debated using this Morphe X Manny MUA palette, but this palette is T-rash and I did not want to put myself to that kind of torture, not today. Anyways, so I'm using the Revolution Life on the Dance Floor palette. I've had this palette for like 2 to 3 years. Since I first came to uni, I had this palette, and I'm going to use about 3 to 4 of the shades that I pointed to. First, starting with the orange shade towards the end of the palette, and I'm going to pat that on my eyelid in the crease area, just building up the color, and then I'm gonna use like regular blending motions to blend it out. But first, I'm gonna pack up the color. So I'm getting ready to go to the next color. And did I just blow in the... You're nasty. Anyways, I'm using the second color. I kept getting mixed up, but it's the second color, the one that's closest to the orange that we just used. And I'm going to use that to add some depth into the eye. Y'all know how mad it is because I threw away the little sleeve that had all the names on it like maybe a week ago, because like I never used this eyeshadow palette, and now look at me using it. And right here, I'm just trying to show you that I'm bringing it just slightly below the bottom lower corner of my eye, if that makes sense. So that way it doesn't stop above the lash line but continues to the bottom. What did I do just now? I pointed to a color, I hope. I'm taking that lid color. It took me so long to decide on that lid color. I was initially just going to put down a matte color, a satin color, and then put glitter on top. But I really like matte eyeshadow looks because they're so simple and they look like one cohesive color on the eye. So I just took that color, like that light satin matte shade that I use, and just put that on my lid. And then also take some matte shades and just blend it out. But first I'm just going to pack it on using like a flat shader brush. And then we're going to figure out the rest as the video continues. So you can kind of skip this step. I'm just taking this eyeliner to just do my waterline, and just go a little bit under my lower lash line just because I wanted to add a bit of pop of color, but the eyeliner was a bit deeper than I anticipated. Still a really good eyeliner, but just too deep for this look. And I'm gonna take that eyeshadow that I just pointed to add some more depth to the eyeshadow look and the lower lash line. I don't really like leaving my lower under eyes empty. I'm gonna take this collection gel eyeliner because I'm gonna get ready to put on eyelashes. And I don't know how I used to put on makeup and do makeup looks without eyelashes before. I might not wear eyelashes in real life, but oh my goodness, I will wear eyelashes for a makeup look to take the photos because it just looks different. And as you can see, I'm not really making a wing. I'm just drawing a line on my lash line because that's all I can do. I can't wing, I can't smoke. I'm just trying to get something to put the lashes on, clearly. These lashes are from Primark. They were £1.50. And yeah, they'll take a long time to dry, so I just use the NYX bronzer in the shade Deep to chisel my face a little bit while I wait for the lash glue to dry. And I'm just putting on that eyelash, and I'm gonna get it set to my face. Once I put on the lashes, I felt like I lost some dimension in my outer corner specifically, so I'm taking that deep maroon shade to put in the outer part of my eye, and I'm taking one of the brushes that I used to blend the second color in anyway, and it added some depth, but I still felt like I could use a little bit more. So I'm going to take that purple in the outer corner again just to add more depth so that my eye still has some shape even with the lashes on. And I'm going to pack that in, and then I go in with a blending brush afterward to really make it seamless. So I realized I never actually showed myself doing the extra blending, but trust me, I actually did do it, even though you still technically can't really see it, but I did it. And for inner corner highlight, I'm going to use this Essence Single Metallic Shadow. really good metallic shadows, probably the best I've ever tried from the drugstore, or just period, as a matter of fact. I think I did use a little too much for this look, but I like inner corner highlights, so I usually don't complain. And I'm just going back to the NYX bronzer that I was using initially to just further add a bit of dimension to my face. Next, I'm going to add some bronzer. This one is from Primark. It's a pretty good bronzer. It's like a satin finish. It looks matte on the skin, but there is a hint of sheen in it. It's pretty nice. The color comes off really good, not too harsh on my skin. And I was taking that to add some warmth. If you know me, bronzer is my favorite part of the makeup. I feel like that's when things start to really come together. So yeah, I'm just gonna bronze my forehead for like forever, apparently. And then I'm just gonna do my cheeks, a little bit of my nose, under my chin, just to add some warmth. And I'm just reblending my smile lines because they do get a bit accentuated when I use matte foundations. And I'm going to set that with some Amway powder. I've never actually really used this powder, but it has a really good coverage and it's really matte, so it's a pretty good powder actually. And after I do that, I'm going to go in with some blush. Now this Technic Jungle Fever blush palette is so pigmented. I use the light mauvish pinkish shade to the top, and it comes off really light on the skin. Then I realized I want a little bit of pink, so I'm gonna tap just a little bit into this palette, just a little bit, a slight touch, tap, and then I'm gonna put it on the color. And then the color is like such a nice little hint of red, and you don't need a lot of it. This blush palette is so nice. If you ever see it, pick it up. It's so good. And after I do that, I'm going to set my face. And guys, I don't even know what happened. I don't know what happened. What is this? I don't know what happened. I really don't know. Anyways, I set my face, and I'm gonna take my sponge and blend that in to make sure everything is seamless and soft. And then I looked over, I was like, I could be more set, but I was really liking this look. Anyway, I'm gonna use this Morphe Continuous Setting Mist to further set and blend everything, make it seamless. Then I was gonna highlight. I decided to use this Apollo highlighter from the MUA MUA palette, and it was cool-ish, kinda, but it didn't really blend in. It wasn't really as soft as I wanted it to be. Yeah, so I'm just gonna continue using that because, you know, balance. But then I do go in with an MUA highlighter, the Makeup Academy highlighter, in a thick iridescent gold. It's such a bright color. Just a little bit to add a little of a, oh, there you see it, there it is. So a little bit, that's all you need. And then I'm going to take that on my Cupid's bow, and I'm feeling myself. I'm going to take some down the bridge of my nose, just barely. And then we cool, but it's time for a lip. Was going to do like a liquid lipstick, but I'm basic. So we're going to do this Glory lip liner from Makeup Revolution in the shade Glory. I said that already. It's a deep brown. And then I'm going to fill that in with this lipstick from Revolution Pro in the shade Incite. It's like a deep pinkish. Just put on the lipstick, girl, you're wasting time. And you're just gonna put that on. That's what it looks like. And then I'm gonna put a lip gloss on top of that. This is the Fresh Lip Gloss from LA Colors. Guys, I really know my lip products, in and out, back to front. I know them, especially my nude/nude glosses. Love. Just gonna put that on, and you can see the color is looking it's looking fresh, it's looking cute. But you know me, I gotta put a little clear lip gloss on top of the lipstick because anything done, nothing touches the soul like clear lip gloss on top of lip gloss on top of lipstick. And look, I'm feeling myself. It's it's done. I cannot make this up. It's really nice. But yeah, guys, that's the finished look. I didn't really change my clothes because I'm gonna be home anyway. Yeah, but I really hope you guys like this video. As usual, all the products that I use will be in the description down below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, you guys have been watching Carrie's Marie TV. Until next time.